All right, Gemini, I like it. It's a little bit different, but it's cute though at the same time. Like, I can't think of any other way to describe this. So, curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity, and then imagine. You're basically going to be put in some really strange situations, but they're bringing about really good possibilities to you. It may be new, it may be uncomfortable for some of you. You may be in situations that you've never experienced before. But when you're looking at it with imagine, it opens up your mind to the possibility of how you could be or how you could live your life or who you want to be. But imagine is also talking about taking that visualization and manifesting that, right? It is about creative thought, creativity, and then illusions though as well. But I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I think it's because of a weird situation that you start seeing different possibilities for you. And it kind of opens up the mind of, yeah, maybe I could live this way. Maybe I could have this life. Maybe I could be this person. But it's all because of something strange that's going to happen. All right. Your overall is the Four of Wands. Who else had this? God, I'm getting old. I can't remember. But the Four of Wands being the overall is good. You know, this is about you building a life, building a new life for some of you, feeling like you have accomplished something in your life and it's worth celebrating. That's what I love about the Four of Wands. Even if we are looking at this in the reverse, it's just a delay. So either way, I still see this as a very good thing. Now, in the past, the Four of Swords. So for some of you, you have needed to take a break, needed to recover from something here, needing to kind of cut out all of the chaos in your life and needing to think clearly about what is, you know, in your future, so to speak. I don't necessarily feel like you're stuck on past actions. For some of you, you may be kind of reflecting on that. But I feel more so with the Four of Wands being the overall, that this is what's creating, you know, this new stability for you and you being able to work on something new in your life. For some of you, it could literally mean separating. Now, on the other hand, we are talking about silence and no communication though either. But we'll see here. Okay, so in the present, Temperance. What is it that you're needing to like chill out about? You know, I'm wanting to see what's happening here. But with Temperance in the present moment, you're talking about trying to keep your own inner balance, not going, you know, one way or the other, not being, you know, overly passionate or overly emotional, trying to keep a nice balance between all of that, you know. And I don't think that it's about you patiently waiting for something here. I think that, you know, if there has been a separation or, you know, a stop in communication for you, instead of freaking out, you're just like, I'm fine. I'm chill. I'm going to keep myself in check. You know, but this could also show that you need to find balance though, but it could be because of something in your environment. Wowza. Future conditions, the Magician, right? And again, manifesting, you know, something new here, right? Taking that new thought, that new idea and making it reality. And it's definitely going to be something worth celebrating here with the Four of Wands. Very nice. It's very nice. And that's perfect for you with the Magician being there. You know, and I don't necessarily feel like this is happening out of a difficult situation. For some of you, absolutely it could be. But once you have separated yourself from something and given yourself like a moment to, you know, gather your thoughts, go through the recovery, it's like, okay, now I'm more in tune, more balanced. I can create whatever the hell I want. And then there it is, or at least the beginning stages of it. And it looks really good. Oh, your best path to follow. The Two of Cups. What's that about? So, focused on a relationship. For some of you, it can be romantic. For others, it may be a business partnership or a new partnership here that is going to be more beneficial to you. But the important thing with this being your advice is that there needs to be, you know, reciprocation of emotions and thoughts and ideas. So needing to see eye to eye, be on the same page with someone. But this is definitely, like a really good arrangement here. And if you want to manifest this, the Four of Wands to me is showing the possibility of there being something really beautiful, the beginning of something really beautiful. It's nice. It's very nice. Oh my God. Phew, man. In your environment, death, and I'm looking at it coming down this way. And again, there was this feeling of separation. With death in your environment, something has definitely come to an end, but it is changing you. And in a good way here. Things are happening in a very good way. But Temperance is saying that you're needing to kind of stay in control while something is coming to an end. I don't think that it's you not wanting to accept it, but needing to kind of go through it and realize that there is no going back. But that's okay. Because what you're creating in future conditions is by far much better than what needed to be over with death showing up. But definitely a big change in your life here and you staying in control of yourself. Wow, Gemini, what are you guys doing? Okay, your hopes and your fears, the Knight of Wands. I'm not seeing anything here that's indicating that you're fearing, somebody coming in and out of your life. I think what you're hoping for is to be able to act with passion and not worry about what's happening later on. I think that for a lot of you, it's about freedom, especially if something is coming to an end in a big way in your life. I think that you are trying to keep yourself under control. Maybe some of you are needing to find a little bit of temperance, but I look at the Knight of Wands and I feel good, right? Because it's about acting with passion. Not being concerned with what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after or the day after. It's being in the present moment, and acting on the things that you have a passion and a drive for. And with the Magician, you can manifest all of that cool ass shit, whatever the hell you want. But I still look at all of this leading up to you finally getting to a place where things are stable and good for you. I see this as a happy thing, even though you're dealing with a major ending. And then coming out the Empress. Look at that shit. Look at what you're manifesting. Fucking right. I love it. With the Empress coming out, this is you enjoying the abundance that's around you, right? I don't think that this is dealing with, a mother figure, so to speak. For some of you, absolutely, you've manifested something that is worth celebrating. For some of you, it could be babies, possibly here. But the Empress is more about being able to indulge in all of the beauty and abundance that's around you, enjoying your life. Enjoying the physical things. And with the Knight of Wands being there, yes. Putting yourself out there, having a good time, it leading to stability for you after having dealt with, possibly a separation, something coming to an end. But it changes you, but in a very positive way. And then the Seven of Pentacles. For you, I see it as a good thing, even though you may not have seen the type of results that you wanted in the past with the Empress being there. Absolutely, there's the realization that things can grow, that there is, all kinds of possibilities here for more growth. I love it. The Ace of Swords, looking at that with the Four of Swords, this is like having the truth or accepting the truth of the situation being over with. Because I keep going back to death being connected to that. But for you, you are clear. You are absolutely clear in the way that you're thinking. And not only that, but in the way that you're acting, though, too. But I do think it is about a truth where you need to kind of like take a step back, separate yourself from things, think clearly about your next move. You keep yourself in check here while things are coming to an end. But I do think that this is something that you expected and you knew this. But with the Three of Wands, it also is like, okay, so when the situation is over with, it opens the door for all kinds of different things to happen. I look at this as you waiting for the right moment to act on something new, but it's also like expectation and waiting for something to come through. And, like I said, you expected this because you're keeping yourself in balance while this is happening. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, this, like I've always said with this, I always question on whether or not somebody is happy with the results that they're saying. In most cases, people are reevaluating and going, it's not what I want and it's not worth it. In this situation, with the Empress being connected to the Magician and the Four of Wands coming all the way out, you may not have gotten what you want before, but God damn it, you can manifest whatever the hell you want. And this time, there is potential for more growth in your life once something does come to a complete end. And it may open up to a new relationship, a new partnership here, where there is stability and happiness, something worth celebrating. It's good. I love it. I love it. This is what you needed. This is what you needed to have happen in order for there to be more freedom for you. But I'm still curiouser, looking at that going, well, what are they experiencing? What is it? What strange event is going to happen that's going to open you up to all these new possibilities, right? But where it leads you is somewhere beautiful. And confidence. Very nice. Very, very nice, right? Being confident. Having confidence return. And that may be what you're celebrating and you're enjoying life. I love it. I love it. Take me with you, damn it. I want to go too. And then taking shelter. The answers are within. This damn fruit fly is driving me nuts. I'm sorry, you guys. But narrow pathway and taking shelter. I think that is a little bit of a warning here where you're going to have to be careful about treading too far off course. You're going to have to take some time to yourself. And I think that, you're kind of doing that with the Four of Swords, right? But I also feel like, all of this is leading up to, you being able to have a better life. The answers are within. You already have all of the answers that you're seeking when it comes to a situation that is definitely coming to a close here. But like I said, it's changing things in a positive way for you. And I think that you see that and you know that. And you're trying to keep yourself in balance while this is happening. But be careful. Be careful. You don't want to, fall off the bridge here, so to speak. Be careful about the choices that you're making. But absolutely, follow your passion. I don't feel anything bad here. But I think for right now, looking at temperance and death, just make sure that you keep yourself in check until you get to this place where you can really start to become confident in your ability to manifest all of the happiness, love, and abundance that you're wanting.